Hello everyone, welcome to XCOM Enemy Unknown with the Enemy Within DLC. I am extremely happy to be back in playing this game again because it has been, I'd like to say it's been probably a year since my last full playthrough of this, and honestly, Enemy Unknown is, I prefer XCOM 2 always, but Enemy Unknown is definitely special to me. Excuse me. It's Enemy Unknown is special to me in the sense that, you know, you actually get to go and shoot down UFOs. That's not something you get to do in the other reboot XCOM games, reboot series XCOM games. And on top of that, you know, it has a really silly art style, you know, big old mechanized units. At the end, with the Enemy Within DLC, it's awesome. So we're actually going to get in, and we are going to do because I struggle more with Enemy Unknown than I do with XCOM 2. We are going to do it on normal, because I'm also going to throw on some other settings that's just going to make this more difficult. We're going to throw on the tutorials, and we're going to throw on Iron Man. Meaning if I get someone killed, we're not going to get them back. This will prevent me from doing my save scum nonsense like I do in other playthroughs, because, yeah, because it gets frustrating. So if we lose, well, we're just done. I'll have to like restart missions and whatnot, so this will encourage me to be more careful when playing and in my decision making. Now I'm enabling the tutorials, not because I don't know how to play. I do remember how to play pretty well. However, the tutorials will give us some extra story, including the meld tutorial, the meld being one of the special resources that you get with the Enemy Within DLC. Operation Progeny and Operation Slingshot are also DLC missions. That Progeny gives us a lot of extra resources. Slingshot gives us the resources, and Progeny, Undertaker, yes, Progeny is gives us access to a unique soldiers that we'll find out. You guys will see what that is later. I'm not going to spoil much of anything. Second wave, I'm gonna keep damage roulette off because I've had times when that has really just screwed me over. We will turn on not created equally. Hidden potential. Leave training roulette off. Save scum I'm not going to do, because there really isn't much point. So we'll leave that off. Red fog. Any new wounds taken in combat? Oh, will degrade soldiers' stats. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Flanking shot, absolutely critical. Yeah, I'm not doing that because that could benefit me, but it could also really hinder me. And that could get somebody killed. Itchy trigger tentacle. What? Upon being revealed, some aliens may attempt to shoot at soldiers instead of moving or going into Overwatch. Oh, that's okay. The psionic gift is extremely rare. Diminishing returns. Cost of satellites increases with every one that is built. I'm not gonna do that because that is stupid. That just by logic, that is stupid. The rewards granted for stopping alien abductions are randomized. They're already kind of randomized as it is. I will turn on aiming angles. Mind hates matter. And, you know, I'm gonna leave that one on. That is our setup. So all the tutorials, Iron Man mode, advanced options aside, normal difficulty, So it's going to be challenging but fair, because I am familiar. I would consider right now, because it has been I haven't been playing XCOM in a while now, so it's probably going to take me a minute. I don't remember if I can up that mid-game. I don't think I can, but we'll see what happens. So let's start the game, and I will shut up while we go through the opening cutscene. Well, mostly. Those who play with the devil's toys will be brought by degrees to wield his sword. But Buckminster Fuller. And here we go. That is an extremely lucky man right there. Did not get hit. Oh yeah, well, that's a bit of a mess, isn't it? Here we go.
Hello, Commander. In light of the recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCOM project. You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense. Your efforts will have considerable influence on this planet's future. We urge you to keep that in mind as you proceed. Good luck, Commander.
Here we go! XCOM enemy within! Oh, here we go.
That was the last transmission, sir.
Patch me through to Voodoo 3-1.
So...
You were being deployed to Germany. At 1900 hours Zulu, several unidentified objects fell to Earth. After ruling out the possibility of a downed satellite, we now believe these objects to be extraterrestrial in nature. Shortly after impact, German officials received reports of mass hysteria and freak weather around one of the impact zones. Then things went dark. At 2100 hours, a chopper carrying a German military recon team went down in the area after they reported being fired upon. As you know, Germany is a member of the Council, and they have requested our assistance. Our mission is to assess the situation on the ground, ascertain the current status of the German recon team, and investigate the extraterrestrial objects. Central out.
Alright. So, we are going into Germany for the tutorial mission. Let me quickly grab a drink out of my mini fridge. Alright. Got myself a can of, Polar. So, yep, let's get right into it. So this
Central, this is Big Sky.
I'll shut up again.
On the crash site.
Roger, Voodoo 3-1. Any sign of activity?
Negative. Nothing's moving down there.
Okay. Set her down nearby.
Alright, so the tutorial provides some extra story. I'm gonna try not to talk over the story parts, so just so you guys can actually hear what they're saying. And I might turn down the audio bit because I forgot to actually check for that before I started recording. Ooh, here we go. Here they come. Down the ramp. All right. Yeah, so I'll probably turn down the audio a bit just to be safe because
Central, you getting all this?
Copy that, Delta Squad. First things first, let's get you out of the open and into cover. Whatever did this could still be out there. Delta 1, take point.
Yeah.
Take cover behind that debris directly in front of you.
that is a bit of a mess. So for those of you who are seeing this who have never actually seen XCOM before, pretty much what it is, it's this turn-based strategy game that you control a small squad and you pretty much move them around the map, and there will be aliens running around that you have to kill. So pretty simple idea. Of course, there's like mission objectives depending on the mission. It's always the tutorials are always the same, but the rest of the missions are always random for the most part. There's a couple of like story missions that are always the same as well, but yeah. So pretty much we got the tutorial. So soldiers can move up to 2 times per turn. Number of remaining moves is indicated on the soldier's unit flag. So this is what they're talking about. We got these 2 bars here. These are our action points.
Good. Now advance to the vehicle nearby.
And pretty much there are 2 types of cover. You got half cover here, which is represented by this shield that's halfway filled in. That's half cover. Objects like this debris provide that, but or you know, certain cars, certain vehicles. Like he is having us
Delta
move up
2,
to that
your
police
turn.
car.
Move up to the debris.
All right, let's move Delta
That
2.
isn't going to offer you much cover, but it's better than nothing. There's full cover straight ahead. Advance to that position.
Yeah. So as Bradford, as Central just told us, the full cover up ahead is represented by a full shield, so we will move up to that.
Delta 3, move to that vehicle dead ahead.
This vehicle is only half cover, so...
Central, I have movement. 30 meters north of my position. Police vehicle.
Roger. Proceed to the next vehicle for a better vantage point.
All right. Next vehicle is full cover because it's an SUV.
Delta 4, go check it out. It's a
And-
long way from your position, and there's no available cover between here and there, so you better double time it.
Let's keep the camera away from that, because usually you can rotate the camera, but for a couple of particular reasons at this first bit, it doesn't let you rotate the camera, and we are about to see why. This is going to be very graphic. Here's your warning.
Hell.
What do you see, Delta 4? Report.
Looks like one of the recon teams, sir. It looks like something.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Is that your man, Delta 4?
Negative, sir. That's
Saying,
someone
"Help me."
else.
That is a German term I actually know.
What's he saying?
He is saying, help me. That
And-
radio transmission is coming from somewhere north of the squad's current position, based on its strength, probably from inside a structure.
Thank you, Doctor. Delta, advance and infiltrate that building. And remember, stay in cover.
Yep. So cover is very important. I know in like the original XCOM UFO defense game, cover wasn't as big of a thing, if I recall correctly. I haven't played it myself. I've been tempted to. So soldiers can dash, which takes up both of these action points. So that's what they want us to do right now. Dash up to this car, which is your normal run range is represented by those blue lines that are on the ground, and then your dash is represented by the yellow. So you see this blue outline, that's your run range. Yellow is your dash. So they want us to move up to this bus
Central,
stop, this
I got
tram
a lot of
stop.
blood here.
Ooh, a lot of blood.
Roger. See where it's coming from.
Okay, now this one is going to, yeah.
Central,
That's-
I think I just found another one of the recon team. Or what's left of him. But this doesn't make sense. Looks like he's been dead for a week.
Even more perplexing is the cause of death. It appears that he was eviscerated when something burst out of him from the inside.
Sir, I have visual on the object. Permission to approach.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's the
disgusting.
only cover between you and that building. Permission granted.
But I think we should be fine for YouTube, because I'm not the only person to have played this. I haven't seen anyone blur it out, so here we're moving up to the alien pod.
Talk to me, soldier. What is it?
I got no idea what this thing is, but I can confirm that it's no satellite.
Roger.
It's not
All right,
human.
Delta Squad, we're almost to the building. Keep moving.
All right, let's get everyone moved up.
Okay,
So,
people. Now let's get inside.
so I did discover though.
Delta 1, there's a window in front of you. Let's take a look.
Oh yeah, let's peek inside and see what happens.
Looks clear. Copy that.
Yeah.
Get in there and get to cover.
Burst
Delta
through the
2,
windows.
That door's in our way. Take it down.
Door in the way. Well, we got a solution. Kool-Aid man, oh yeah. And let's just get everyone. They want us to get everyone in the building, so here we are.
Central, we have eyes on the target. He's armed.
Copy, Delta 3. Okay, everyone. Get into position nearby, but do not approach. Doctor, see if you can communicate with him. Tell him to drop his weapon.
I will try.
All right.
Hallo, können Sie mich hören? Wir sind hier, Ihnen zu helfen. Bitte lassen Sie Ihre Waffen fallen.
Yeah, I don't actually
He
understand
appears to be
German.
in shock.
Appears
Keep
to
your
be.
eyes open, people. I don't like the looks of this.
Okay, so the guy appears to be in shock. Let's get the squad moved up.
Delta 3, move in and disarm him. Carefully.
I can. Well, he's not a captain, but oh well. He has a hand grenade. I would not want to walk up to a man who's in shock with a hand grenade. Oh, that's not natural. That's not normal. Oh, and that would be the reason why.
Delta 3 is down.
My point has been made. Never walk up to somebody in shock who's holding a hand grenade. Oh, and that's a shame.
Delta 1 is down.
All right, so this is what we call an ambush.
This guy's got me pinned down, taking heavy
All right.
fire.
We now need to maneuver and kill
Delta
some
2, you're
aliens.
flank 2. Find some better cover.
So
All
we
right,
move
Delta
up.
2, weapons free. Get ready to fire.
And we have been given the green light to shoot the big bad alien boys. There
Nice
goes
shot.
one.
Delta 4, you're freed up to move. Get out of there and get into cover.
All right.
Now toss your grenade at the enemy in front of you.
And now we toss a grenade. So that alien, that sectoid had us in, had us under suppression, and pretty much what that does is if I were to move while being suppressed, they get a free reaction shot.
Damn it.
And
It's just you now,
Yep.
Delta 2. Let's tip the odds in our favor. Look around for a position where you can flank the enemy.
yes, so we can flanking in this game
That's
is
it.
a thing.
You have a clear shot from that position.
So, which is why cover and positioning your squad members is very important. So, getting those flank shots and staying in full cover. But, yeah.
Central, I think that's it. It's over.
There we go. Now I do have a standard. The game just crashed. Damn it. Well, we'll be right back. We're back.
Roger
I
that,
think.
Delta. Secure the bodies and head back to the Sky Ranger for immediate extraction.
I think we're good. All right. So, okay. Let me double check. Okay, we got. Yes. Okay. I think we're going. all in all, you guys only missed the second where he said, where Delta, what was that, Delta 2 said that it was over. And then we should have come back when Central said, okay, return to base. So you guys should not have missed anything. I did not expect it to immediately load us into the cutscene there. I should have unpaused it sooner, but I also hit the wrong button and started a second recording, but that is fine. So the game crashed. Hopefully that isn't an issue throughout the game. If so, thankfully Iron Man mode. Thankfully the game does save every round of combat, so we shouldn't lose any progress. On top of that, Iron Man mode, whenever the game shuts off, it just does a flat save even when it crashes. So yeah, this game is old. I actually do have tons of issues getting it to start up on Steam. I'm constantly having to validate the integrity of the files, because they just get, I think, either corrupted or deleted by other stuff, so I'm always trying to troubleshoot this. So now we have to, excuse me. Right now we are identifying a base location, so we got the choice of North America, Europe, Asia, South America, and Africa. All these have their different bonuses. Like North America, you get aircraft and aircraft weapons cost 50% less to purchase, build, and maintain. Europe has 50% cost reduction to laboratories and workshops when you build them and to maintain them as well. Asia, foundries and projects in the foundry and officer training school are 50% cheaper. South America completes autopsies and interrogations instantly, and Africa increases XCOM funding by 30%. My favorites to choose are either Africa or North America, simply because I just value those bonuses the most. Funding is extremely important in this game. If you do not have the money to buy stuff, whether it be new facilities, equipment for your soldiers, because unlike XCOM 2, when you unlock new weapons and armor, you don't just build them, you don't just build one in the armory and it's just an upgrade that you can have for all of your soldiers. No, you have to build each and every individual weapon and piece of armor for your soldiers, so you can have a pretty significant mix of equipment amongst your squads. So funding is very important, so a 30% increase all around in funding is really great. But the other thing that's important is aircraft and aircraft weapons. They get ridiculously expensive. So a 50% cost reduction in that will allow you to fill out your aircraft across the globe, because an aircraft can only be stationed in a certain continent. You don't just get to have like 5 aircraft and they can just attack anything anywhere in the globe. We'll get to that here in a bit. The tutorial will explain that, but canonically, and I do value aircraft a bit more than overall funding boost, because I've learned how to manage my income a lot better than when I first started playing. So we're gonna play North America. Yes, I am biased because I am a American. On top of that, it is the cost reduction to aircraft weapons is amazing, and canonically, I believe XCOM's main HQ was in the United States, and I think Nevada, New Mexico, somewhere in that area. Yeah, so, and I'm a big nut for role-playing. So, you know, we are going to stick with
We're coming home.
Canon stuff. So, I'm losing trains of thought constantly. Just like how, you know, I'm not going to make that joke. Alright. There's the images.
What are they?
Whatever they are, they nearly took out a squad of our best soldiers. If you'll excuse me, doctors, the The commander is waiting in mission control.
So...
Their technology is far beyond ours.
Then I'd say our work is cut out for us, Doctor.
Dr. Shen and Dr. Valen. We'll get to know them better here in a bit.
Welcome to XCOM HQ, Commander. I'm Central Officer Bradford. My role in this project is twofold: providing tactical support for our field operations, and keeping you briefed on the current situation. My efforts should allow you to focus on the bigger issues at hand. Speaking of which, we have a soldier waiting for a promotion in the barracks. I'll let you get to it.
Thank you, Bradford. Anyway, so here we are in the XCOM HQ. We got a bunch of facilities to start out. So right now the game wants us to go to the barracks, which is this area over here, but we also got things like this is our main command room. We got the lab here, engineering over here, and then we also start out with this satellite array that will be important here a bit later. And then, you know, this is just an add-on to the barracks. Actually, this is the med bay, technically. We can actually look in there and see soldiers around. You know, we got a bunch of gurneys and stuff, MRI, all that fun stuff. And then up here is the situation room, and we will also get a tutorial on that here soon. So let's go over to the barracks.
The soldier is waiting for you in the armory, which is located there in the barracks.
Yep, so we can select a few soldiers.
Only one recruit from Delta Squad made it back alive from our last mission, Commander. And I'd say a promotion is in order.
Alright, so yeah, this guy was a rookie. Rookies usually only need to go on one mission before they get promoted to squaddie, which gives them their class specialization. There are 4 in game. We will go over those here in a bit.
As you know, Commander, every soldier is different. This particular soldier has shown an aptitude for heavy weapons. As he gains additional combat experience, we should continue his training along these lines.
Alright, so yeah, so this guy is a heavy, so he gets an LMG and this fun thing.
This soldier will now carry a rocket launcher, in addition to his standard weapon. The aliens won't know what hit him.
Yeah, so this guy's one of our heavy hitters.
Dr. Valen asked to see you in the research labs, Commander. It sounded important.
Important, Commander, you say? Alright, so now let's go down and meet Dr. Valen.
Hello, Commander. My name is Dr. Valen. I oversee the research labs. This is where all of XCOM's research and development takes place. We have already begun analyzing the artifacts recovered from our first encounter with the aliens. Based on our preliminary findings, we believe we can use them to develop some new equipment for our soldiers. With your approval, we will begin research immediately.
All right. So we got a few choices here. Xenobiology, if you really want to get to know your enemy. I'm not going to go into that joke. Weapon fragments and alien materials. We can't do xenobiology because we don't have enough sectoid corpses. So weapon fragments is good. Alien materials will probably be what we go for. Can't remember what gives us what. We'll start. Excuse me. Because every bit of research gives us access to something different. I know this gives us access to laser potentially eventually will lead us to getting laser-based weaponry and plasma-based weaponry, which is always nice. Let's start with that.
This research will take some time. We will notify you once it is complete.
Commander to mission control. Commander to
It sounds like you are needed elsewhere. Farewell, Commander. If you recover any additional artifacts during your field operations, I would be quite eager to study them.
Whatever you say. Yes, that's always something I love to hear. Mission control is what the room is called.
The enemy is testing our capabilities, Commander. We've gotten reports of simultaneous attacks in 2 different countries. We can only respond to one. The country we help will donate more resources to our cause. But the panic level of the country we choose not to help will rise. It's not an easy decision, Commander, but it's one you'll have to make.
All right. So here is where things get interesting, and this is something that is going to be, we are going to have to do a lot of decision making. So we are going to view abduction sites. So usually we get 3 choices, and it's always going to be 3 with the exception of right now because it's a tutorial. So we pretty much get a choice between either helping the abduction site in the United States or the abduction site that is in China. Every mission will give you different rewards depending on which one you choose, but something else that you also need to pay attention to is the panic level in a country. Once the panic level hits max in a country and you reach the end of the month, the monthly report, if any countries that are at maximum panic at the end of the month will leave the XCOM program, and you lose any benefits that they were giving you. So funding, funding. Actually, engineers and scientists are also things that they send your way, which are also very important. But right now, panic is low. Sorry, I had a bit of a brain fart there. And right now we do have plenty of money, so I'm actually inclined to get the scientists because that will help our research and will actually unlock new research options later down the line. That gives you access to more options because things are just kind of locked that way for scientists and engineers. You need a certain amount to do certain things, so we're just going to do the one in the United States. So that and it's
understood. The troops are waiting for you in the hangar.
Thank you,
Commander,
Bradford.
Before deploying our squad, you can choose which soldiers to send out there. I've taken the liberty of calling up our veteran. His combat experience makes him invaluable on the battlefield.
Oh, that is not what I want. Not facial hair. I need helmets. So, excuse me. I do have a standard look for soldiers. This guy, he is going to be not that. This guy is our heavy, so I'm going to give him the helmet that I usually give my heavies, which is that one. Armor tent, we will make him a nice shade of red. And we can also customize the look of his body armor, but we'll leave him standard for now. Now, here's the interesting thing. I can change the first and last name and eventually the nickname of these guys, of our soldiers. So, here's where you guys come in. Down below in the description, I will have a link to our Project Heroes Patreon account, and if you pay the fee right now is $2.50 a month, you get access to exclusive content you get access to exclusive content, behind the scenes clips, bloopers that don't make it into our videos, and extra content, things like pictures and stuff that we might have lying around and don't feel the need to be posting it on Instagram and think it might be better to put it behind the scenes or something. On top of that, you get your name listed at the end of our videos, in every video, as long as you are a Patreon supporter. And because we are doing XCOM, I will put you guys, you Patreon supporters, as soldiers in game. A little way for you guys to join in and, help us fight for humanity's future. So, if you're interested, go check out that link, $2.50. You can join the Locust Swarm, which is the one and only tier we have right now. For those who play War Thunder or Mech Warrior will probably get the joke. So, with that, guys, let us finish getting helmets on these guys, because I do not like to send my soldiers into combat without helmets. I think anyone who has combat experience would agree. Going in without a helmet is not a great thing. So we will just... Unless if you're a stormtrooper. If you're a stormtrooper, you'd probably be better off without the helmet. Because Imperial stormtroopers in Star Wars can't see anything. So there we go. We got our squad here. Let us launch the mission.
Strike one. Prepare for landing.
All right. So we've arrived, and we can either return to the base, which it won't actually allow right now, or we can just begin the assault, which is the only option we have, and it's what we're going to do. Now, right now, we only have a squad of 4. We can actually get up to a squad size of 6, but right now, we are just stuck with what we have. Now, this mission is completely randomized, so the map is different. Might be different from what you guys see if you happen to play this game. It is on Steam. I can't remember how much it costs right now. I think it was like 15, 20 bucks, somewhere in that range. I think it was under 20 bucks.
Soldier. Before you move out, let's see what's inside that building. Your squad mate is closer.
Oh,
so
I
let him check
take
it
that
out.
back. No, this mission... Wait a minute. I think I might have lied. I think this mission is always the same. Yeah, no, I lied.
Good. Now open the door.
Oopsies.
Quietly, so you don't reveal your position to the enemy.
So yeah.
Okay. Now take cover inside.
As Central is saying, you can make enough noise to tip off the aliens that you're here, so if you just go kicking in doors and
Now,
smashing through windows, you will give away
See
your
if you
position.
can find a way up there, soldier.
Okay, let's get this guy. So there is elevation in this game, so we can use the scroll wheel to go up and down. Woo! And we can actually get on the roof of this building. And that will give us height advantage bonuses, if I recall correctly.
The rest of you, advance toward the enemy and get into cover.
And it just makes it harder for the enemy to get around you. Assuming there isn't a clear path for them to get up and around. So now we have control over our guys. We are actually going to dash up to full cover, get these guys on the move really quickly here. Get them in range to engage. And hopefully we don't die. That's not great. That is not ideal. But we also do get to go first. So that pretty much gets rid of our height advantage. So we are now going to... I can't rotate the camera. Great. Press enter to activate. Oh, that's what it's talking about. Okay. Okay, I don't want to... Okay, well, it won't let me... So pretty much you can tab through and select your units, because in this game it doesn't put the... it doesn't automatically select the one you're most likely to hit, so you actually have to scroll through them. In XCOM 2, it always automatically selects the one that you want to shoot at, well, that you're most likely to hit. So this one's 66%. Let us blast. And because it's an LMG and they only have 3 health points, we just mowed them down. Yeah, and like it says, firing from an elevated position increases your chance to hit. I wish I moved him first, but because they destroyed the guy's cover. This guy only has a 36% chance to hit, so I'm actually going to frag him because I do not want to get our guy injured.
Frag out. The commander will be assuming command now as you sweep the rest of the area.
Okay,
now
we have full
tactical
control.
advice as needed. And remember, your armor can only withstand a couple of shots from their weapons, so keep your eyes open and your heads down. Good luck.
Yeah, so I think any health points that don't reach this final bottom bar, so these guys can get absolutely stacked. They can have like five rows of health points. This guy, for example, has a full row plus 1 point, and that 1 point is like his armor. So anything in that gets into this like last bar or something well, it actually counts as the soldier taking injuries. So I think that's actually based on soldiers' total health, and then the armor has a health amount that it adds. So that armor health amount, once it reaches 0 and the soldier himself starts taking damage to his personal hit points, is when you start seeing soldiers wind up in the infirmary. So right now we're just gonna move up. Don't think there's anything, but just to be safe, I'm gonna put this guy on Overwatch, so he will shoot at anything that like comes down during the alien's turn. That exploded. Okay, now we got movement. I'm going to rush this guy up into cover. Felix here is gonna get into some heavy cover, tall cover, full cover, whatever you want to call it, because there aren't any enemies, so I'm just going to take the opportunity to push up. And I think I'm going to split the squad here, and we're going to do a kind of a pincer. I'm not going to charge straight in immediately, but we'll get ourselves set up. So we'll move these two up here, and they'll go in this way while these guys go in that way. So when I say pincer, it's more so of just a small kind of push around through two entryways. And there's those guys. All right. They charged into that building.
Let's do this. On the move.
So they ran into the building. I'm going to put that guy on Overwatch because he can see, but I doubt he's going to be able to hit anything. You don't have very good options for cover. Meaning, I think I am just going to send you... let's put you over here. And hopefully you don't get one-tapped. Because that's always annoying. So we got that guy... We caught that guy out of position. He's not in full cover. They're gonna stay put because what this guy's about to tell us is to shoot them with a rocket.
Our veteran's rocket launcher should make easy work of the structure the aliens are using for cover.
Can I just shoot it from here?
If we're lucky, it'll take out the aliens along with it. That is, if it hits.
Yeah, so there is a slight chance that we can miss. And what that means is the rocket can fire and it can veer anywhere except for like behind you. So I can accidentally miss and hit the guy right next to me, which would probably also catch us in the blast radius. I can fire it from here, so I'm just gonna do that instead of moving up to where it recommends. And there we go. Problem solved.
Good work out there, Strike One.
If I may, Commander, the labs are on high alert. Teams are standing by for your orders. We can begin researching the newly recovered artifacts immediately.
Yep. So we have 0 operatives lost, 4 aliens killed. So we got excellent ratings on that. And actually, we didn't take any injuries. We didn't take any hits. So in XCOM 2, you do get rated for that, whether or not your squad is injured. They would rate that as a flawless victory. And I am inclined to put that label on this mission. And we have a promotion. Excuse me. So we can quickly promote this guy. This guy is being promoted into a ranger. So what that means, what rangers are, they run around with either, they're known for their shotguns, but you can't equip them with an assault rifle, so they're kind of a close quarter specialist. Russian.
The recovered artifacts are being unloaded, and the research team is waiting your orders. We'll get started as soon as you give the order, Commander.
All right. Yeah. Oh,
Commander,
more cutscenes.
We have an incoming transmission from the Council.
Hello, Commander. We wish to congratulate you on your most recent victory. We realize you were faced with a difficult decision in responding to the various requests for assistance. Regardless, you performed admirably. As agreed upon, the reward for your actions has been granted. Farewell, Commander. We hope that you are met with continued success.
Thank you, sir. All right, new facility available, laboratory. Each lab increases research speed by 20%, so we can absolutely buff our research speed into godly amounts. And they get an adjacency bonus of 10%. So every lab you build next to one another, it gets a plus 10% to its research speed. So it's wise to, so when you're laying out your base, you want to keep in mind where you are building stuff. You want to plan ahead. I have been playing this game a lot, enough that I know where I want each facility. So we are going to accept. Now, we did the mission in the United States, but because we ignored Asia, panic has increased across Asia, just across the board. So
the Council knows you made the right decision, Commander. With the resources we have available, there's only so much we can do. However, our chief engineer did come up with something to help you keep an eye on things.
Yeah, so this is the situation
room provides constant monitoring of every member nation in the Council. If we allow panic levels to get out of control in any given nation, they're going to withdraw from the Council. Then they'll take their funding and additional support with them.
Yeah.
The Council's overall confidence in the XCOM project is shown on the primary meter above the main screen, which engineering has nicknamed the Doom Tracker.
Commander to mission control.
All right.
Commander to mission control.
So, yeah, so that, as we can see here in the situation room, China is up to panic level of 3, which is not great. So when you get an abduction mission like that, where you have to choose, the countries you ignore go up by 2, and then every country in that continent will go up by 1. So, but you can go in and do missions for them, and that will, whenever you do a mission in a particular country, that will reduce panic. So, which is why making sure that you are focusing on the panic in a country is super important. And then, like you said, Bradford said, once this meter reaches max, we're screwed, because we've lost too many countries and XCOM gets shut down. So we don't want that happening. Where are we at on time? 27 minutes. The other recording was 20, so we are sitting at an hour almost. With that, guys, I think I'm going to break this first. I think I'm going to break this up into 2 different parts. So I'm going to end this recording here. And if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and a comment. Lets us know that we are doing good, helps us fight against the algorithm. And if you haven't already and you don't want to miss any of our future content, whether it be XCOM, War Thunder, Mech Warrior 5, which is a blast to be playing with the guys, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon. Helps us reach our goals. I think we want to hit 1K by the end of the year right now is our goal, as ambitious as that is. We haven't gone nearly to that point. I'm hoping that we can hit that, but we can only do that with your guys' help. On top of that, guys, remember, down in the description, there will be a link to our Patreon if you want to give us your support. Be sure to go and check that out. You get access to the exclusive content, and you can potentially see your name, your username, as a soldier fighting against the aliens here in XCOM. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.